All right, guys, hi. Good to see you again, Mrs. Cahill. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about something new that we're going to do for math this week, and we're actually going to start working with measurement. Please make sure that you watch this video of me, but I also need you to log on to Brain Pop Junior, and the directions are in the email, but you need to watch the Brain Pop movie that's called Inches and Feet, and Annie and Moby are going to talk a lot about what I'm going to talk about and show you today. So measurement is pretty fun. You can do it around your house, and the cool thing about measurement is that if you have a ruler, that's awesome, but you don't have to have a ruler to practice measurement. If you do have a ruler, I'm going to talk about that first. And I have one of Madeline's old rulers.
Yep.
And when we talk about measurement, we're going to learn to measure in two ways. The easiest way is to measure in inches. And if you look at a ruler, can you zoom in, Mad? Or actually bring the phone over here maybe.
Yeah, it's all the way zoomed in right now. So.
Here, I'll take it. Okay, so if we look at this ruler, here we go. You can see on this side right here, it says inches, right? Now, when I measure something, it's so important that you make sure you line up the object that you're measuring with the zero. Now, there is no zero on this ruler, but I'm gonna measure from the very first line that I see. So if I want to measure this marker, I'm gonna put the edge of my marker lined up right there with the first mark on that ruler.
Sorry, I'm just moving the book so that's direct.
Again, right there on the edge. So this right here, that first line is my zero. So this shows me that, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Here is 1 inch, there's another inch and another inch and another inch. Now, you can see when I zoom out a bit that this marker, I would say, if we're measuring to the closest inch, is right a little bit over 4 inches. But if we were writing this down, I would say that, yeah, the marker is about 4 inches long. We're just measuring to the closest inch. Now, when you look at iknowit.com this week, you're going to see them talk about centimeters as well. And what I did is that I just flipped my ruler over. Any ruler that you have at home is going to have inches on one side and centimeters on the other. Centimeters are a shorter or smaller unit of measurement. They're smaller than an inch. So if we remember that this marker was 4 inches long, when I line it up right here at the edge for centimeters, I see that it is over until the end. I would say right around 10.5 centimeters, 10.5. Now, usually we don't work in half marks yet, but gosh, it's exactly 10.5. So if I were grading this, honestly, you could say that it's about 10 centimeters or 11 centimeters. Either one of those would be correct. Now, I also mentioned that you don't have to have a ruler to practice measurement. You can basically use any small, go ahead. You can use any small object that you have at home. I'm lucky enough that Jack has these really cool plastic blocks that I know are about 1 inch wide. You could use, Maddie, a paper clip. You could use crayons. If you don't have anything that's small like this, you can actually use even school supplies, and I'll show you that in a second too. So if we go back to the marker, right? So when I used my ruler, I saw that it was around 4 inches long. If I use the marker and use my blocks, let's see what happens. Yep. These are inch blocks, so that makes it nice and easy. But I could say that the marker is 4 blocks long. That would be another way to measure. Now I could use my blocks over here. I've got this really cool cat sticker book. If I wanted to know, let's say, how long it is here at the top, I could lay out my blocks to do that. I could use my ruler to carefully figure it out. What if I don't have those things at home? I would grab, and I'm going to use this marker as an example. You could use a crayon, you could use a shortened pencil, you could use scissors, you could use anything that's small and little that you could repeat. And I will show you how to do that. So I'm gonna actually show you the length because it's longer. So if I wanna know how long this book is, I'm gonna start my marker over here right on the edge, just like I lined it up on my ruler for that 0 mark to know where to measure from. So I'm putting it here, and then I'm gonna kind of mark with my finger where the edge of it is and scooch it over. So now I know it's 2 markers long. Scooch it over again. Look at that. It's exactly 3 markers long. So I don't have to use inches and centimeters. You can use objects that are around your house if you do not have a ruler. Measurement is always really fun, and you can practice it just by walking around your house and look at some of your toys, look at maybe some of your things that have to do with art, and you can measure with anything that you have at home. Have fun. Bye.